Alright, so guys, on the bench today, we have a Fender, and this is a made in Japan Fender. And I'm going to say it's probably from 2008. And this is a consignment piece where I'm being paid to shine it up, restring it, check the electronics, make sure everything's working properly. And then it's my job to sell this thing. So let's get right to it. First things first. Let's see if she makes any noise. Okay. We got a little scratchiness going on there, but it's making noise, so that is that's a good sign for me. I'm just going to spray out the 5-way switch. The bar is the whammy bar is kind of bent in a strange way. I like it though. Okay, let's unplug that. And I'm going to just go right into it and pull these strings off of here. Now I've had a lot of these Japanese guitars lately that they're all consignment pieces. And one thing that I've noticed is everything gets so rusty from these guitars that have been living in Japan. I think Japan is, you know, it's very humid there. And so a lot of these screws and stuff, the saddles, they get rusty. And these strings, honestly, these are the oldest strings. They're black. They're so old. And I think these strings, it almost feels like these are the original strings on a, you know, 15-year-old guitar, or however old this thing is. These strings are wasted. This string is literally black. Okay, I'm just going to try to clean these saddles a little bit. I'm not sure how to get the rust off of here without taking the whole guitar apart. Just got an old toothbrush. I'm just going to try to clean these for a minute. Yeah, this bar is really bent. So sometimes I take these whammy bars and I put them in my vise. And I try to straighten them a little bit, and I think that's what I'll do to this one. It really goes in there at an angle where it's not setting up straight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I bent it just a little bit. And at least now it's not touching the body, or touching the tone. Wow, it's way up high though. It's kind of weird how this thing is... it's such an angle. Now everything back here looks good. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we will test the truss rod. And just, you know, it's important to make sure you have the right wrench in there. Yep, that seems like that's functioning perfectly. So we're good there. Let's clean the fretboard. Alright, so let's take a look here. The fret ends feel pretty good. So I'm just going to take my my fret guard, and I'm just going to hit this with a little tiny bit. I've got some 1000 grit sandpaper, and sometimes you fold it over a couple of times. And I can, there we go. Just kind of hit it like this. And that usually shines it up really good for me. Quick and easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit all these frets real quick. Okay, I'm just going to take my StewMac file and hit a couple of these fret ends just to make these feel really nice. And one little quick swipe. With my file. Try to round over the top of each one. Okay, so now I have some Music Nomad F1 oil. We'll throw a couple of dots. We'll throw a couple of small amount of this F1 oil on the fretboard. And let that kind of soak in a little bit. Kind of just kind of smear it in. Just using my finger. Just let that soak in, because this guitar, honestly, I don't think it's ever had any type of conditioner, oil, or anything like that ever put on it. I'm pretty sure those were the original strings. So we'll just let that soak in for a bit. And then take a paper towel and kind of clean and get the excess off of there. Okay, so I've got some Music Nomad, and this is the one guitar polish. Spray it on, shine this thing up, and then we're going to throw some strings on it. Shining up and polishing a guitar is very important. Okay, let's get some strings. Okay, so one thing about this guitar, the Made in Japan, it only came with one string tree. And it's got kind of a small Fender label right here, and it says Made in Japan right here. And the only place you can find the serial number on the Japanese stuff is right here on the back of the neck. They're all like this. Serial number is right here on the back of the neck. That's pretty normal on Japanese stuff. Okay, let's tune this thing up. And we'll check the string height after we get it tuned. stretch the strings out a little bit. Okay, so let's put our straight edge on here. And this is 25.5-inch scale length. So we'll set this right here and we'll just try to see if the neck is nice and straight. Oh, it looks perfect. So I'm going to leave it right there. Yeah, that F1 oil is thick, and sometimes you got to keep wiping to get it all off of there. Okay. So let's tune it back up again. And I like to just check the string height. Just by playing it a little bit. That feels awesome. Alright, let's do this one more time. We're going to tune it up one more time. Check the intonation here. Low E string looks like it's in. This guitar is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and put the back plate back on it. Alright, well, I think this thing is done. So I can't think of anything else to do to it. This guitar is a consignment piece. It is for sale. I have it here in the store. Oh, there's my front door. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Go buy a guitar.